illusion, story. A lot of times these stories pertain to things I'm going through in life. And that's what a lot of these cultures believe was in your dreams, you are simply being guided by your inner self, your guardian angel, your spirit, to show what you need to overcome in your real life, or in your living life, in the life that you were born and raised in. And I think it's a phenomenal thing, folks, because that is where meditation comes in. Meditation is the same process. So what you do with meditation is, first, a lot of people are like, oh, you need to not thinking. Okay, well, really, most practitioners, who really study art of meditation will tell you you need to step away from the mind and the chatter and just watch it. Because through the chatter, through the collective thoughts that are constantly flowing in and out of you, and also your own thoughts that are patterns and cycles, if you step away and look at those as a third person, you let that mind constantly talk. You let that energy just keep going, and those thought patterns go all around you, emotional vibrations. But you, as a conscious being, step away. When you can accomplish that, that is when you begin to truly see what your consciousness is and how your mind is simply a tool. The mind is simply a tool. We do not exist in it. Our dreams are not inside of it. There is reaction and actions that occur in the brain like triggers as if we were awake and doing the actions around us in the physical day. But that is the same thing as if you were to watch a movie. If you watch a movie, it's the monkey see, monkey do, or monkey feel. Monkey do, monkey feel. So basically, when you watch a movie, you actually get the same sensation when you're watching a skydiver as if you were the skydiver. With some people, it's milder than others because of their intensity of being involved in this image they're seeing. But with people who are completely fantasizing about it, they develop the same exact brainwave. And that is a phenomenal thing, folks. That means that the brain is simply receiving transmission. It is simply receiving code that is digitally computed by the stimuli around us. Now, I'm breaking it down to science, folks, because it is electricity. Code is ones and zeros communicated, or it's electricity communicated through ones and zeros through the computer systems. So it's the same concept with the electricity around you. All of it has mathematical code that you can map it by using geometry and quantum physics. And this is where it gets really fun, folks. So if this is all happening around you, then again, what are your dreams? How do you go to sleep? Where do you go? What do you dream about? How do you feel when you wake up? That's a huge thing. How do you feel when you wake up? Oh, I didn't get enough sleep. Why didn't you get enough sleep? What are you thinking about when you wake up? Maybe there was something going on. Maybe you were dreaming. Do you remember your dreams? And if you think about it, what do you see? What are those answers? Those are big answers you got to ask yourself. I'm trying to look into the sleeping mind, look into your dreams, and see who you really are or what you're trying to learn. Okay, so we're going to talk a little bit about how to really open yourself up to remembering your dreams. And that's, like I said, we started with meditation and starting to focus on stepping away from the mind. One great way after you start to really see the chatter in your mind, you start to see the same thoughts like, oh, I need to know. Why are you thinking about that? So it's just like, it's a repetitive thought. I'm not telling you to stop thinking about it. I'm just saying to question, why am I thinking about it? I told myself I don't need to be thinking. I told myself, just relax and let go, let go, let go. Well, let go and then see the thoughts and understand these thoughts are repetitive thoughts. So I can see them, let them go. So I need to get milk. Okay, bye. And it doesn't repeat itself because you've already let it go. So recognize these thoughts. And then you move forward, folks. Then you get into the visualization techniques. And this is where you can charge your energy. And this is where, like sleep, you can actually get rest for the body by creating delta and theta waves in the brain, which then go out to the body. That changes the hormone production cycles and, regulates different things that basically say, hey, body, you're asleep, prepare yourself. So this is a phenomenal thing, folks. And they're doing more and more studies. Hopefully here in the next 5-10 years, we will have loads and stacks of studies and thesis papers on whether or not meditation is actually better than sleep, because I fully believe it's better than sleep. Studying that teaching, you do hear stories of great adepts and mystics who have been around for a long time, and that's how they do it. They meditate for 1 2 hours a day, and then they meditate for like 20, 50 years. And I know that may sound bizarre to some of you folks, but I've learned that this world isn't what we think. And I'm not saying I believe in those things. I'm simply saying I believe that there's more out there. I believe if we don't believe that there's more out there, if we don't try to strive for the best and the most excellent that we can, the most evolved form being that we can accomplish, what are we really doing with these gifts that we've been given? You know what I'm saying? I think that with all these things, dreams included, these are gifts. These are steps and keystones and guides that lead us on our journey into the lessons that life teaches us. And that's my biggest proponent of what dreams. The world of dreams is really a lesson ground. It's an extra, for me, it's an extra dimensional reality that you go for training. I've been shot in my dream, folks, since I was a kid. I've always had people shooting at me and I'm shooting at them. And that's been crazy. War, constantly fleeing and running. I've had people break into my house, I don't know how many times in my dreams, where the door's getting busted into and I'm running towards it. I'm trying. They come in with a gun. They come in with this. They come in with that. And it's a different situation every time. And I'll get pulled out right at the end. I don't have to go through the really horrible stuff. But I get pulled out I'll get shot and then I get pulled out before I actually die. I'm never fallen though. I've never had a falling dream. That's a little weird. But I have had flying dreams. I had a flying dream where I realized, oh my God, I can fly. This is all it is. You know what? I can't explain it, folks, but there's this feeling that you can get right in your gut. And I get it when I'm training really hard, when I'm exercising, I'm running really hard, I'm doing something really hard and intense, and I'm just like, yeah. I've got that testosterone pumping in my blood, that adrenaline going, and I get this feeling right in the middle of my sternum, right around the solar plex chakra, and it just feels like cold fire. The best way I can describe it is cold fire, this intense, burning desire, and that's what it feels like when I fly in my dreams. The same feeling. Now you could say it's my mind comparing it to a feeling I already have, or you could say that when I'm doing optimal performance things, when I'm using my body to its peak performance, its evolved apex predator state, I'm feeling a feeling I don't feel when I'm being a lethargic man in society created of laziness and social norm. We're getting better, folks. Don't get me wrong. I'm a big advocate for the future, and I think we are fighting for it. I think there's more people getting healthier. There's more people paying attention to their dreams. There's more people paying attention to what they eat. There's more people paying attention to what they do, how they talk, who they hang out with. And that's why I want to bring you these things. Talking about different kind of aspects of life, quantum physics, the occult, all sorts of stuff. And then the news. I love bringing the news because I know for me it's hard to find good news stories where you can actually find some different stories that you haven't heard 5, 10, 20 times. That's what I hope to do with all the different stuff I do. That's why I go so international. Gadget, tech stuff. I love hearing about tech stuff. I think that's one of the most important things is learning about tech stuff and how we can get to a point where we're moving out of this mass production society and into this mixed-order community of people. So moving into some more dreams I've had, see if you guys relate. Again, you guys can call in if you're listening live, 347-324-3704. Be nice to get some callers there, everybody. All you got to do is talk about your dreams. Just share them. If not, I'm going to just blow up some more Facebook. We got to create a Thrice page, really. That's what I've got to do. Get a Thrice daily download page. I'm going to do a blog here, too, to where I got these clips uploaded on that page. And then also doing some other little news briefs here and there, just kind of reading through articles, promoting some of these good news sources. We got to get away from, CNN, MSNBC, ABC, Fox, the fakes, the Fox. But, CNN might be bought out by Colbert Nation or whoever. I think it's Colbert who's trying to buy them out. I'm not sure if they're still trying to do that. That'd be pretty interesting to find out if they do here in the future, because I'd love to see CNN revamped by those guys. I think they're just great. Anyways, back to dreams here. So, one of the best things that I've come to find in my dreams is when you really gain control. And this is a fun one. The way you start to gain control in a dream is you do cues, you do reminder cues, memory cues, which is a door frame, a ring you wear, or a necklace you wear. People, you can use people. You know, if you dream about your girlfriend or your boyfriend or your mom or dad, you can have a question you ask them in real life, and you always ask them that question. You know, and if people ask you why are you doing that, just tell them. Be like, you know, I just dream about you a lot, and I want to be able to remember what I'm dreaming or not. And they can think that's bizarre, but some people, you'll be surprised, and a lot of people think it's kind of fun when you try to share or when you try to explore your dreams. I find that when you talk about dreams, the only people who are uncomfortable with it are the ones who really don't try to understand them, or they're not fascinated by it. The majority of people, I'd say 75-90% of people, I think, are just fascinated by dreams and love them, and are also afraid of them because they're intimidated. I mean, dreams are so intimidating and magnificent. I mean, how do we even understand them? You know, how do you grasp where you're going? I mean, I'll tell you, it's through meditation and through practice. But I mean, at the beginning, when you first start having dreams, I mean, as a child, your first few dreams, and then the fact that we use this word dreams in order to describe things we want to accomplish, things we want to do, our goals, tasks, you know, our reach for the stars moment that we're seeking. And that's really an interesting thing right there is, well, how are we using this one word to describe something that we cannot really physically understand, and science really hasn't even come to understand, and then we use this word to also describe things that seem to be out of reach by most, but when you put your nose in the ground, when you put that bag on your back and you start digging, you get there eventually. You know, all you got to do is work, and believe. You know, work and believe, and you will succeed. I mean, that's the whole story for everybody. That's the whole concept of the land of the free in America. So yeah, I mean, I think this word dream, you really got to consider it. And this is where meditating on what dreams are, meditating on what you want to dream about, meditating on why you don't remember your dreams. And meditation is going to be your key. It's going to be the key to the door. And like I said, the dream world in most of the old cultures is considered the door, the gateway to the spiritual world. And that's what shamans did, is they were able to go between these worlds. They were able to go through all of them, and most of them remember their dreams intensely. You know, so that's where it becomes fun, folks, when you start to really branch into remembering, controlling. I mean, I had one where this hotel on the side of a building, or on the side of a mountain, like it wasn't a really big mountain, but it was like a desert kind of plateau mountain thing. And there were bombs going off outside, like, you know, just kind of like a big war zone, like over in the Middle East. And that's what it was. It was a desert in this hotel, and I was doing work there. I don't even know what I was doing. And it was just, you know, people needed help and, you know, stuff going on. I grabbed a belay rope and this harness and headgear, and that was stuffed in the security or the maintenance closet, and I grabbed it. And I was trying to help people down, and we worked out where, like I said, it was kind of on this plateau, so the building was really weird. It was a whole piece of landmass that slid down. And no matter how the dream developed, whether it was unreal or not, the reality of it, of the dream and what it was showing me was how I could survive a situation like that and help others, and to keep me cool, keep me calm. And that's what I love about dreams, is getting to experience these different situations. Because I've had arguments with people in my dreams who I know and I love, or who I worked with, and I get in an argument within the dream, and we're talking about something that's important to my everyday life. And then when I wake up, guess what? I just had a whole interaction. I just got a free trial. I just got a free test run on how I'm supposed to have a conversation. And one, I get to see in my own psyche, is this very important to me? Is it worth it if they get upset? Should I just back down, or do I want to risk going through that extra drama? I mean, all those sorts of things that sometimes we don't think about because we're so go, that we're not living in the now. And I think that's what dreams show you. Dreams give you the opportunity to live in the now. And that's why when we say, oh, I have a dream, I want to achieve my dream, I want to live my dreams and my goals and become, you know, what I want to be. And I think that's the thing, is dreams help you become who you want to be by living experiences instead of making you go through the years. Because personally, I think the more you pay attention to your dreams, the more you train yourself to use your dreams as a tool, the more you realize, okay, well, I don't have to make this decision. I've been here before. I've walked down